What's going on, guys? Gamer Dude back once again, bringing you some more informative gaming news. But before we begin, y'all know the routine, or at least I hope you do by now. If you could please smash that like button and drop me a subscribe if you are new to the channel, because it would just be your good deed of the day. Same applies if you are a returning viewer. Now then, is this sad news? I'm not sure if it's sad news, but it's news nonetheless. The original Saints Row developer, Volition, has been shut down with immediate effect. And of course, as you know, the recent reboot of Saints Row will be available for free on PlayStation Plus this month. And, you know, I'd kind of hoped it'd give the developer Volition a shot in the arm, really, because, you know, it would have given them chance to boost this game, because let's face it, it had a bad reputation from the get-go. Everybody hated it. It was buggy, it was glitchy, it didn't work right, and the mechanics were just completely off, and it didn't feel anything like the original Saints Row franchises. But yeah, unfortunately, with the release of the new DLC and me having now completed it, it's now been shut down. So there's going to be no more updates for the game, and you know, the developer's been shut down. So yeah, that's it. It's done. That's it. Video over. No. Continuing on. You may recall its owner, Embracer Group, recently went through a restructuring process. If not, I'm telling you now. And it has led to the closure of this studio. A statement reads, this past June, Embracer Group announced a restructuring program to strengthen Embracer and maintain its position as a leader in the video game industry. As part of that program, they evaluated strategic and operational goals and made the difficult decision to close Volition Studios effective immediately. And it's kind of a shame, you know, because does this mean there will be no future Saints Row games? Is the Saints Row franchise done forever? I hope not, because the original Saints Row games, they were ahead of their time. You know, they were very good games. You know, I don't know about the last Saints Row game, not this one we're currently talking about, the one before it, with the crazy alien destroying all of humanity and destroying the planet because he was just a bit maddy with us. No. I'm talking about, you know, the franchise in general. You know, is it the end? Is it done forever? We simply do not know. But yeah, according to the statement, employees will be offered support looking for alternative work and will alternatively be offered work at the new studio. They continue to say, we thank our customers and fans around the world for all the love and support over the years. The note concludes, you will always be in our hearts. And yeah, that's it. You know, that's all I could find regarding the closure of the studio. They've just thought, right, that's it, we're done, bye. And you know, the DLC for the current Saints Row game is the final DLC. Whether they had more planned, whether they intended to have more planned, I don't know. You know, I honestly, I put this game down shortly after getting it because it only took me about a week to finish it. So after that, I just put it down. I didn't really bother with anything in the end game, you know, all the businesses and all the districts. I didn't really bother because I didn't really see the point. You know, it was a bit boring. It was really repetitive. Whereas the original Saints Row games, yeah, they were kind of repetitive as well, but they had a variety in what you could do with it. You know, in the new Saints Row game, it was all the same stuff. You know, go here, blow that up, go here, rob that, then blow it up. In the original Saints Row games, yes, again, it was more or less the same, but there was variety in what you did. It wasn't in every single mission. You know, some missions you'd have stealth, some missions you'd be hacking stuff, some missions you'd be forced to beat people up with clubs or giant dildos. But in this game, there was none of that. You know, it was all just action, fighting, shooting, destruction, the lot. It felt I don't want to say this, but it kind of felt kind of like Just Cause in a way. You know, especially with the introduction of the wingsuit. I mean, I know the last one was crazy with all the superpowers you could have, but this one really just felt more like a Just Cause game, and it's really disappointing. And it's disappointing as well that the studio has now been shut down. And as for any more news on this, well, obviously I'll keep you guys updated. But for now, that's all I could find. You know, that they've just decided to shut the studio down. And you know, Volition, they've given us not only Saints Row, but they have given us games such as The Summoner, Descent, Red Faction, even the Marvel tie-in game, The Punisher, from back in 2004. So it's safe to say, you know, Volition do have a lot of games under their belt, and it is unfortunate that they've just been pushed to the curb and like, right, that's it, gone. You know, no one's offered to buy them out. No one's offered to salvage the company. They've just, yeah, gone. That's it. You're done. Bye. And it is unfortunately a growing trend these days. You know, if a game franchise does start losing the tiniest bit of money on a game that wasn't as successful as other studios would have liked, that are involved with the studio that released it, they either shut that studio down, stop them from making any projects for a couple of years, or you just don't see anything from them ever again and they're absorbed into another company. And this one, it really is a big blow because, of course, as I mentioned, they are the original developers of the Saints Row series, going all the way back to 2006. So it stands to reason, you know, where does Saints Row go from here? Will we ever see another Saints Row inspired game, you know, or will some other company just get the rights to it, and we'll just see yet another remaster of Saints Row the Third or the original Saints Row trilogy? We don't know yet. Nothing else has been specified as to why they shut the studio down. They've just said, look, we've decided to go in a different direction. This studio is not producing as much as we'd like, so goodbye. And that's it. And it's not really that good of a reason, you know, because, again, Embracer Group just decided they didn't want it anymore when Volition have actually had some good games under their belt. But yes, so before dragging this out any longer, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think it's a good thing that it's been shut down? Are you disappointed because now it does mean the official end of Saints Row until another company decides to pick it up? Or are you just not bothered? You know, we are not a fan of Saints Row. We are not a fan of any other Volition games like the Punisher or Red Faction or Descent. Or are you crushed by the news, you know, that none of these games are going to be getting sequels or coming back unless Embracer Group, you know, decide to bring them back? So yeah, that's going to be it for this video then. So I want to thank you all for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Stay tuned to the channel because there's going to be a lot coming from me in the coming weeks. We've got some other various gaming news because September is a big month for gaming, so there's going to be a lot of news coming your way. I'm going to do a couple more live streams, and of course, Spider-Man 2 is due out in just under 2 months. And I do have the collector's edition, so we'll be doing an unboxing video as well, so you can expect a lot from Spider-Man 2. So yeah, once again, y'all know the routine. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you smash that like button and drop me a subscribe because it would just be a good deed of the day. Same applies if you are a returning viewer. So yeah, that being said then, this has been Gamer Dude. Happy gaming, and I will catch you all in the next one, guys.